a new band of rebels arose who were determined to carry the fight to Jerusalem. The SICARRI. To the SICARRI, anyone who wasn't fighting the Romans was a collaborator and worthy of death.
Many were slain every day, and the fear many were in was worse than the calamity itself.
All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Who's seen my post about Mississippi Dam? Who's seen that on Facebook? You seen it? You saw Mississippi Dam. You've seen it. Who have seen Mississippi Dam? Y'all ain't seen it. You should have watched it. You ain't watched it, Shamar? You didn't get a chance to watch it. You should have watched it. Man. You missed out on a doozy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's what you missed out on. A hell of a film that is, you know, Deuteronomy 28 in a motion picture. You know, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate the movie.
You gave me a lot of spoilers. Though.
Yeah, I spoiled it. I'm a spoiler. I spoil movies. I like movies spoiled for myself as well. I don't give a damn. Okay, spoiler alert. This is gonna be a spoiler alert, soldier.
That movie right there, man. That's a hard movie to watch lightweight.
It's a horrible movie.
I had to turn it off. It was like, all right, I'm ready to watch it again. Look, let's finish it.
Let's finish it. Let's finish it out
worse. Like, it's like,
yeah, all right. Cold movie. So we're gonna go into some of it that was exemplified here in the book of Deuteronomy 28. And what do I need? 45 and 46 in Deuteronomy 28.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
All these curses shall come upon thee. The curses in the book of Deuteronomy 28 are going to come upon us. Moses is telling us about how they're going to come upon us. Now you're living 3,000 years later, and they've came upon you. Read.
And shall pursue you.
And shall pursue you. Meaning you can't escape the curses. You can't move away from the curses. You can't marry away from the curses. You can't think, who knows what was a big news story that hit this week? Who got it? Somebody knows what I want. Serena Williams is engaged to the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of.
Wow.
Serena Williams is engaged to a tech nerd who founded the website Reddit. Okay, who knows about the website Reddit in the room, right? Only a few of us, right? Reddit is for white people. That's why, mainly, all right? My mother is on Reddit. Everybody knows about my mother. So she's always raving about Reddit and what's some memes she saw on Reddit. We see memes, of course, on Facebook and Instagram. So we don't need Reddit, okay? We have Facebook where all the women are at. So, I mean, Instagram where all the women are at. So she is engaged to the co-founder of Reddit. Why? Why are you seeing black women trying to get with white men and versa? They're trying to get away from the curses. They're trying to escape the curse. You know what'll happen? Black women will marry a white man. You know what'll happen? The white man will become cursed. You're right? Yeah, the curses are going to follow you to where this white man is going to be brought down in his kingdom because of you. Same thing. No, let's not talk about a white girl getting with a black. She's coming immediately down. As soon as she gets with a nigga, she's on welfare all of a sudden. She done grew up rich. Okay? Brothers in the room know what I'm talking about. White girl had a good life till she met you. Then she got on welfare. Okay, I tell no fairy tales, man. My mom, who knows what this brother knows. You know Gig Harbor, right? My mom was from Gig Harbor. Anybody that's from Washington, who's in the room, his brother's from Washington, knows about Gig Harbor. That's the same as like she grew up in Coronado. She grew up on the other side of the bridge, away from the niggers. You see what I'm saying? Ran into town, went to the club, fell in love with the DJ, was doing great. She had money. She had her own apartment as a teenager. Got with my father within a matter of years. She was on welfare. Within a matter of 4 to 5 years, she had 2 kids and was on welfare. All right, this is what happens when you get with a black man. All right, the curses are going to pursue you because we are cursed as a people. Read it again.
It says, this is Deuteronomy 28:45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
All these curses, all of them shall come upon us, read.
And shall pursue thee.
And pursue us. No matter where you go and all your pursuits. They showed this in this movie, Mississippi Dam, man. That's why I'm going to keep referencing the movie because it showed us such an example. You had the one brother who was a skilled basketball player. As a sophomore, he balled out on all the seniors at his school, right? Balled out to where they didn't even make him run laps at the end of practice. He said, you ain't got to run no laps. Now, everybody was mad as hell at him. This little nigga was just busting everybody's head on the court. But he done blew all his money and had to move back into some little damn home in the country with his family. You see what I'm saying? After having been an NBA superstar. The curses are going to pursue you. Is he the first person that this can be said about? Give me some other examples, some other athletes that blew all their goddamn money. Dennis Rodman. Maricon. You said Latrell Sprewell, you said who? Ricky Williams. Mike Tyson. That's what I'm looking for. Mike Tyson. You said who else? MC Hammer. I mean, you know, but that's a brother that blew his money. There's also a guy that Rick Ross rapped about. Bazak, maybe you know who I'm talking about. He used to live down there in Florida. Man, I forget. No. Rick Ross rapped about this dude. I'm making a joke about him selling cars. Because what happened is he bought all these homes and all these cars when he was in the league. When he got out of the league, he started selling all the cars. Nah, he might have been a baseball player. I want to say it was football or basketball, though. And dude had to just sell all his stuff. I mean, this happens to us because the curses are pursuing you. The curses are on your tail. No matter where you go, the curses are going to be there. Okay, Diddy. Who remembers Making a Band? Everybody remembers Making a Band. Diddy, there was remember when they had the big pool when there was elimination before they came out with the band, which was season 2 of Making the Band 2. They had a gang of people. There was a white boy who was crying because his sister was going in on him so hard about him being white. He was crying, man, you know, niggas want to shoot me, man, because I'm white. I'm just trying to rap. Diddy said, you think I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? I own this damn block, and I can't catch a cab on. You see what I'm saying? You're cursed. Diddy said it on that damn same damn time remix. He said, I got 500 M's. You got 500 M's and can't catch a goddamn cab. You see what I'm saying? The curses are still going to be on you. It doesn't matter. This is not your kingdom. So you're not going to escape curses. You're a sinner. You're wicked. In this case of P. Diddy, you're a homosexual. So, you know, you're not, that none of that stuff is going on. You see what I'm saying? So go ahead.
It says, and overtake thee.
And it's not just gonna, it's going to follow you, it's going to pursue you. You're gonna run from it. You're gonna go and get with a white girl. You're gonna do everything the white man told you to do. You're gonna get a college degree. You're gonna move into the suburbs. And there the curses will meet you in the suburbs with your white girl. And their white ass may leave you. Or she may turn up dead and you may get arrested. You see what I'm saying? O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson said it. I'm not white. I'm O.J. These crackers love you. Soon as that white girl is dead, they don't love you anymore. Soon as something comes up missing, they don't love you anymore. They love you as long as you're there as the nigga tame. And I was just talking to this brother earlier this week about white people wanting us to be entertainment. You know, this brother used to say he used to go out to parties. If Esau was around, he wouldn't want to dance. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to rap. You don't want to do any of that because Esau just want to come and look at you as a monkey in a cage to entertain them. No, that's brother. I'm not doing it. I'm not the white man's goddamn entertainment. You see what I'm saying? I was just talking to this brother Shamar Yashar about ratings on TV. Who knows who at cable now? Who knows the difference between cable and broadcast television in the room?
Cable, you got a certain amount of channels. Broadcast, you can get a lot more.
Not exactly. I bought you.
Isn't it more like what you can show on broadcast as opposed to what you can show on cable TV?
Broadcast.
It's like live.
I'm gonna tell you what. Broadcast television is CBS, NBC, Fox, ABC, CW. That's broadcast television. USA, ESPN, A&E, every show past your basic local news affiliate is cable TV. Those other channels, they are broadcast TV. They're the TV stations that have existed since TV came out. You see, they come with it. You got to pay for your cable box to get the other channels. If you have an antenna, the channels you can get on an antenna, that's broadcast. All the rest of that, that's cable. So in cable TV, what dominates cable? Shamar, don't answer. You know what dominates cable TV in ratings every week? Who got it?
Reality TV.
It's a show.
Oh, it's a show.
Abaja.
Empire.
Love and Hip Hop. Empire is on broadcast. It ain't on cable TV. It's on Fox. Love and Hip Hop is the #1 Love and Hip Hop and WWE Raw battle for #1, but Love and Hip Hop mostly wins, right? Love and Hip Hop has the edge because white people are watching black people entertaining. This is the only reason. Okay, what's another top show on cable? It's called Monday Night Football. It's another top show on cable. Niggas are entertaining white people for the most part, with Monday Night Football being that we are the majority of the players in the NFL. So that's what's going on, right? Go back to that. I'm looking for something in Baruch too.
It says, till thou beest destroyed.
Till thou beest destroyed. It's going to follow you to the suburbs with the white girl, and you're going to be destroyed, right? So go ahead.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Most
Because
High.
you went and got with that white girl and got in her white world and didn't care about the laws of God. So here those curses will meet you. Read.
It says, thy tower, keep his commandments.
Keep the commandments of the Most High. Read.
And his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
They're going to be upon you for a sign. This is how we know we're the Israelites. I don't need a color scripture. I don't need a scientific or historical artifact. All I need is the prophecies of God. And once I see that and I say it's going to be upon me for a sign, this happened to my people. I see all of this every day. And like I'm going to keep mentioning the movie Mississippi Damned. If you watch this movie, you'll see all of these curses in this movie, especially once you know the history. You ain't going to see us on a slave ship in the movie, but you know that history already. You know that's how niggas got to Mississippi, on a damn slave ship. So you knowing that already, you see the whole Deuteronomy 28, the rest of it, personified in this cinematic presentation, in what's called a motion picture, right? Read.
It says, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Oh, it should be a wonder. You wonder at it. This is so insane that these people are like this, that the heathen wonder at what's going on with us. Meaning they stare at us in amazement. They turn on Love and Hip Hop every Monday and they just can't believe what's going on. They can't believe what the black and Hispanic woman and man is doing on there. They love to watch the Creep Squad. That's the only group I know on there, the Creep Squad, which is whoever the hell, Stevie J and somebody, right? What's my man, Uptown Baby? What's his name? Peter Guns. Peter Guns. I love that song back in the 90s, man. I love the hell out of that Uptown song, man. Okay, Peter Guns and Lord Tariq, right? Now he's on VH1, but he got his 2 women on VH1. At least he's being a pillar for that, right? But the rest of them niggas is on there doing Lord knows what, okay? But the white man is he looks at our curses and he wonders. He wonders why a woman is so out of order, right? He wonders why he doesn't have these problems when he goes home. When he goes home, dinner is made, kids are good. You see what I'm saying? All those various things, and he still got a problem when he come home. He still wants to beat his wife to a bloody pulp when he come home. Black man, this woman, Joelle Santana's woman, in there ruling over. I'm seeing clips. I don't even watch this damn show. I'm seeing clips. She walked in, who the hell are these girls up in here? This white woman is not going to walk into a room where she sees her white husband and say these things because there's a couple of girls in there. Especially if she understands that this is work related. She's not going to say a goddamn thing, especially not in front of anybody. She has enough sense. Is respecting the dignity of her husband, right? So the white man and all the other nations take a look at this and say, why the hell are these people like this? This is fascinating. I've never seen anything like it, right? Read.
Verse 47, because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness.
Why has all this happened? Because you didn't serve the laws of God. So we rejected the laws of God in ancient Israel. The Most High kicked us out of Israel. We rejected the laws of God in ancient Africa. So the Most High kicked us out of Africa, brought us here to America to serve as slaves. All right, go ahead.
And with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
With gladness, meaning you follow the laws of God happily. You don't detest the laws of the Most High. You're not grieved by the laws of the Most High. It says this is the love of God and keep His commandments, and the commandments are not grievous. You do it with gladness of heart. You serve your God happily. Just like if you have a woman, are you going to watch a woman to serve you without gladness of heart? She's cleaning up the damn house with an attitude. I don't want that. I mean, the house is clean, but I could lose the attitude. You see what I'm saying? You don't want that. The Most High don't want that. I don't with that attitude. You check the attitude. You see what I'm saying? I don't want none of that. Most High don't want your attitude. He don't want you mad about the fact that you can't put a disgusting creature like pork to your goddamn lips. He doesn't want you mad about it. And if you're mad about it, he don't want you. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't want you mad about the fact that you can't creep with somebody else's girl no more. He don't want you mad about that. You see what I'm saying? He wants you gladly saying, I refuse to be an adulterer. Gladly saying, I refuse to eat these abominable foods. Gladly saying, I refuse to cut my face and be the faggot that the white man wants me to be. You see what I'm saying? He's happy. You see what I'm saying? That's how he wants you to be. He's happy when you're happy. If you're not happy, he ain't going to be happy with you. Then he going to bring wrath on you. Because, I mean, he didn't do nothing wrong to you. There's a prophet, it's in one of the prophets, I believe. He says, since the days of Egypt, where have you found fault with me? I ain't did nothing wrong to y'all, and y'all just don't want to listen to me. You can't find one fault. I done did y'all right. Egypt, did we have to keep the commandments to come out of Egypt?
No. No.
No. He just brought us out of Egypt off the strength. You see what I'm saying? Off the strength, he brought us out of Egypt. Then he gave us the law. You think niggas was keeping the law in Egypt? Niggas was having incest in Egypt, living after the way of the Egyptians. You see what I'm saying? We was just doing whatever. So what happened? Matter of fact, give me Ezekiel 16. Give me Ezekiel. Let's read about when we came out of Egypt. You see what I'm saying? It's going to tell us all about it. From the top of Ezekiel 16, Bazak Baria.
I just had a precept.
You got a precept, read it.
This is Exodus 9 and 13.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh and say unto him, thus saith the Lord your power of the Hebrews, let my people go that they may serve me.
Let my people go that they may serve me. We wasn't serving him yet. He wanted us to be freed and let go so we could serve him, so we can learn to serve him. Because 400 years of Egypt, that's just like 400 years in America. You learn the ways of the people that you think we dress like this and all these talk like the language we spoke, all those various things. The only thing we were able really to preserve was our language, because we still spoke the Hebrew in Egypt. We were able to keep that because initially we lived separate from them. We had our own land, we did our own thing, but eventually we started to become slaves to the land of Egypt, right? We know the history, not the whole 400 years, right? We've gone into that, but we were there for 400 years. I mean, well, roughly from the time of Abraham and the promise and the sacrifice being made to the time of us coming out. So we took on their ways in many ways. Just from being around anybody, you're gonna do it. Right. You put a black man. I got a uncle that was born in Vietnam. I never met him, of course, but I have an uncle that's born in Vietnam. And while my grandfather was in the war, he had a child with a Vietnamese lady and left that baby in Vietnam. I can only imagine how he was brought up. I can only imagine how he acts, how he talks. You understand what I'm saying? The food he eats, I can only imagine. And his kids after him, I can only imagine, right? I watched a documentary on Ameri-Asian. That's what they call them, Ameri-Asians. Basically, you know, products of what happened during the Vietnamese conflict in the 70s and whatnot. So this dude is he's an Israelite. He's got a black father, Vietnamese cat, right? He moves to America. He's talking with he grew up in Vietnam. He's talking with a Vietnamese accent. You see what I'm saying? He just looked like a dark Vietnamese. But they ask him, well, they say, well, what's your favorite music? And he just smiles and says, hip hop, man, rap. You know what I'm saying? What's your favorite food? He's like, oh, I mean, he's like, I like Vietnamese food, soul food. You know what I'm saying? You see, so he still has the spirit, but to you, he's strange. He's got this accent. He looks this way. He's like a Vietnamese person to you, but really he's your brother. You see what I'm saying? But being amongst them, you're going to pick up their traits. Imagine being amongst them for centuries. Centuries. You got, you see it if people from those of us tribes is from other countries. Brother, Bahamas, Guatemala, Levi, all the tribes, you have, especially let's deal with the Latin community. They call them Paisa, right? The Paisas. They're the ones that just came here. They haven't been in America that long. They're not assimilated. They're not Americans yet. They're still Paisa, or from the country. They're from our old country. That's what the word means. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Italians, they call themselves Paisano. You're my Paisano, meaning you're my kinsman. You're my country. We're from the same country. You see what I'm saying? So that's how and then the Latinos will segment themselves from, I'm American and you're from the country. You're a damn immigrant. You're a paisa. You had a testimony?
Yeah, actually the way they treat me at work at times when they don't know I speak Spanish, they're like, oh, he's pocho. He's a pocho. Like, bro, I speak Spanish.
What's pocho? Break down to us a pocho.
Pocho is like a very derogative term towards an Americanized Latino. Whether you be Mexican, Salvadorian, Guatemalan, whatever. If you
The ones who don't know Spanish.
Pretty much. That's what he's saying.
The
prime example would be the essays.
Okay.
How they are, you know, they kind of talk Spanish, but they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the vice is kind of looking at them like, oh, they're pochos, bro, they're American, they're white.
Yeah, they're white. They're basically like white people. This is what the tribe of Benjamin calls American blacks Yankees.
Okay.
They're white people. You see what I'm saying? Levi. And the Levi, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Levi is the worst one. If you're a Levite, and some Levites will treat you like this, if you don't speak the language, they'll throw rocks at you. They'll literally hit you with a rock because you've been assimilated into somebody else's culture.
Hey, real quick,
You see what I'm saying?
Going up to IE?
Tomorrow.
Do you know what time?
We're going up pretty. I'm planning to leave early. I want to start camp up there by about 1 o'clock. Most High will. So yeah, for anybody that's watching this in the Inland Empire area, we'll be at Riverside Festival of Lights tomorrow. Yahweh willing.
Those who don't
Be
know
there.
what the IE is, it's Riverside, California.
Yes, Riverside, Riverside, San Bernardino, Rialto, Moreno Valley. That region of a very place, a desolate desert in California. Nothing like the rest of California for those of y'all. You said what?
What's happening?
There's a festival that's been going on in honor of Satanic Saturnalia that goes on every year in downtown Riverside. This brother informed us about it. We were going to go out, some scheduling conflicts, so we pushed it to tomorrow. I believe is it tomorrow the last day?
I believe it's Tuesday.
Yeah, it keeps going on, but it's basically a huge Christmas. You know, everything is decked out with the super Christmas lights. Energy bill is probably $1 million this month. And we're going to go out there tomorrow. A lot of families, a lot of our people is going to be out there.
That's damn right.
And so Abijah, go ahead.
To add on to what you're saying, what the Levites do is the same thing with ISRAELITE and Zebulon. They'll ostracize you if you don't speak Spanish. They'll be like, you're Hispanic, you don't speak Spanish? I'm like, yeah, there's people like that, bro.
Yeah, and also there's a show that they got that's coming on in the UK about Benjamites. Benjamites who didn't ever get naturalized in England. So when they get in trouble in England, they get deported back to Jamaica, a place that they haven't been to since they were a kid. So they're going back, and of course, the Jamaicans that are there are going to treat them some type of way. You see what I'm saying? There's another movie my wife made me sit through on Netflix called what is that movie called? Honey something?
Honey Trap.
Honey Trap. Honey Trap. This sister's from Trinidad. She's from Trinidad, so she come to England, and the English Benjamites is treating her some type of way because she came from Trinidad. You see what I'm saying? So this is exactly why the law was written, not to vex the stranger in the Bible. Right. This is all that is. People want to, again, they always want to make it loving everybody else but black people and Hispanic people. They always want to make it this way. We have a problem with loving strangers. You see what I'm saying? We have a problem with, oh, you're from over here, or we're from over here. Oh, imagine this. You're a Northern Kingdom brother that was sojourning in Judah for a time, and you know you were wanted to worship the Most High in Jerusalem. Then you go back to move back amongst your tribe. In your case, Zebulon and other Zebulonites, they looking at you some type of thing. You see what I'm saying? Or what do a lot of Caribbean Latinos call? They call us, like Benjamites and Levites. They call us cocolos, right? Which mean basically we're black people that haven't been assimilated into Hispanic culture. You see what I'm saying? As a, like, you might have a black Dominican, a black Panamanian, a black Honduran. They're Hispanic. They're black, but they're Hispanic because Hispanic is technically what? A cultural denomination that you can be any ethnicity and be a part of being Hispanic. Alleged, not really. When we say Hispanic, we're talking about the indigenous Hispanics, but this is that term blanketed. So they'll call you a cocolo if you're like a Jamaican or you're a Haitian, because you're not a Spanish-speaking a black man. You see what I'm saying? Versus a Dominican, which they're just gonna call a Moreno. You see what I'm saying, or something to that effect. You know, but that's exclusively the Caribbean. A Judite, they're not gonna call him a cocolo. You see what I'm saying? That's just a Negro. You see what I'm saying, or whatever. That's Negro. A cocolo, you're from the islands, but you're not Hispanic. You see what I'm saying? You speak English, or you speak Dutch, or you speak French. You see what I'm saying? So these are the various terms that people use to separate themselves. That's why you, like with Sammy Sosa, everybody knows Sammy Sosa, he bleaches skin, all that. Sammy Sosa's mother is a Levite. A lot of people don't know that. Sammy Sosa's mother went to an area of Dominican Republic where they say, where if you look up the area, it says there's a large cocolo population, or a large population of non-Spanish speaking blacks, namely the tribe of Levi that's down. You see what I'm saying? But as we see, this is something that our people go through with one another, right?
So right, even like African Americans, right? If you've been completely like simulated into a white community, we just call you a coon.
You're just a coon, or you're whitewashed. Oh, this nigga's white. This nigga opened his mouth. Oh, this nigga's fucking a white boy.
He's pronounced all the words.
I remember when my little brother was in high school, there was a lot of racial conflicts and tensions that was going on in his high school, right? So he had me to come up there one day. It was like a fight the day before with Esau, and I guess the Edomite men had backed off on one of the white girls that got beat down or something. This is when they was showing up to school with Confederate flags and all kind of stuff was going on, which they do now regularly. But so anyway, so we go over there, and I'm looking at the table full of Edomites that the conflict is with, and there's one nigga over there. There's one nigga. You may remember this nigga, because I want to say he probably went to school, or at least contemporary with you at some point. And myself, well, I didn't go there long enough, but I'm sure he went there at some point with you. This nigga, I'm talking about I'm talking about all racist Edomites who are starting a racial issue at the school. It's one nigga that's with them. Now, there wasn't no Mexicans over there. Wasn't no Asians over there. There's a nigga over there. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you would call like whitewash, or just a straight coon, Uncle Tom, Oreo, black on the outside, white on the inside, right? You see what I'm saying? All those various things, right? But go ahead, back to. I'm looking for something in Baruch too. Salakia. Go ahead.
You want Ezekiel?
What I call for?
Yeah, Ezekiel from the top.
Oh God, yeah. Bring that out. I don't forgot what I was talking about. Go ahead.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, from the top. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man.
Son of man.
Cause Jerusalem to know her abomination.
Cause Jerusalem. Tell the Israelites about all the wickedness they're doing. Read.
And say, thus said the Lord Yahweh unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan.
Is of the land of Canaan, of the land of Canaan. Meaning we came into existence, the patriarchs were born in Canaan. Read.
Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother an Hittite.
Wait a minute. Who are the Amorites? Who knows?
Amorites are Japanese.
No.
No, it's Ammonites.
Who knows who the Amorites are? Who knows who the Hittites are?
Those are
all Canaanites.
They're all Canaanites, Hamites, specifically of Canaan. So how is it that our mother and father are Amorites and Hittites? How is that possible? Well, that's a good guess. The reason why the Most High is saying this is because we had gone into their abominations. We had gone into their idols. So he's saying it's like you were raised up in this madness by your parents. This is how you're acting.
Like you become an American today.
You become an American. You're American, and you celebrate Christmas, and you worship Caesar Borgia, and you eat, hot dogs and things of that nature. This is what you do. Apple pie, and you want a white girl with a picket fence. You're like an American now. You've been Americanized, right? Read.
And as for thy nativity, in the day thou was born, thy navel was not cut.
Thy navel was not cut. He's talking about the uncomeliness about how we came into existence as a nation, right? From Canaan all the way to Egypt, right? Which ain't far. I said all the way like it's far, it's next door, right? But read it again.
And as for thy nativity, in the day thou was born, thy navel was not cut.
Thy navel was not cut. What's the first? You're supposed to take the baby out and cut the umbilical cord. We had a very uncomely birth. What was going on in Canaan, especially what was going on in Egypt, it was not good what we were doing. You see what I'm saying? We're going to keep going. Read.
Also, that's how you separate it from your mother.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Neither was thou washed in water.
We weren't washed in water. What does that mean? If a baby is not washed in water when it comes out of the womb, what's it going to be?
Bloody.
It's going to be bloody. Our blood was upon us still, meaning we were committing sins. And nobody came to cleanse us, right? Read.
Neither was thou washed in water to supple thee.
We were never supped any of it. Read.
Thou was not salted at all.
Now watch this. We were not washed in water yet. Watch this. Hold that. Somebody give me 1 Corinthians 10:1. We weren't washed in water yet, right?
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 10 from the top.
Moreover,
brethren, I will not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud.
Read.
And all baptized through the sea, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses.
And were all baptized unto Moses. Moses washed us with water. Moses baptized the whole nation of Israel. How? Which he did literally throw water on us. That actually did happen, literally. But symbolically through giving us the Torah, the Most High using him to give us the Torah, he baptized the whole nation of Israel. We weren't washed in water when we were in Egypt yet. We weren't baptized. We were in wickedness. You see what I'm saying? We didn't have anybody to lead us properly.
There was a reason why he didn't submerge us. He just
he didn't want to touch us. Just walk by and fling us. And I'm gonna tell you what's funny is the Catholic Church will emulate that ritual today. You've been in the Catholic Church, or you've seen it?
I've just seen it.
You've been there. This Catholic church, this Catholic priest will walk down the aisles with and just fling you. And you hope to get hit. You know, you're trying to move to get in a path to where the water's going to hit you, because it don't even hit every damn body. But go ahead. Yeah, that's not how they baptize, but they do that though too. And that's only on a certain day. They do it on, I don't know, I forget the day they do it, but they do it only sometimes. Right? I want to say it's like on Easter or something they do it. But go ahead.
Thou was not salted at all, nor swaddled at all.
Nor swaddled at all. Nobody came and cared for this child. This child sat in Egypt, got put in slavery, got fed all kind of abominable doctrines and things of that nature. That's what happened to this child, which is you. Read.
Continue verse 5.
Keep going.
Ezekiel 16:5. None I pitied thee.
Then nobody gave a damn about us. Josh, I need you to find the word Moses in the book of Baruch. Go ahead.
None I pitied thee to do any of these unto thee.
Nobody cared to come and clean us up, to cut our umbilical cord, to wash the blood off of us, to supple us. Nobody cared. Right? Hold on real quick. Go ahead if you
no nursing mother.
No nurse. We had no nursing mother. We had no milk to drink from. Right? Now watch this. What does it say? It said the curses? It says something about the curses?
It says to bring upon us great plague.
There we go. Let me see. Man. Y'all know that scripture? Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Somebody knows it.
Paraphrase.
It's dealing with. Hold on, I'm gonna find it right here.
Baruch 2:28.
No, he got it. He got it. He got that already. Okay, give me also give me Exodus 2:24-25. Matter of fact, start at 23. Okay, what did I just had you read?
I was up in Ezekiel 16.
Is that the last scripture I had brought out? What did I just go to?
That was that's what we were in last.
Read that again. Read that again. Papa,
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 5. None I pitied thee.
None I pitied us. Nobody gave a damn about us. Read.
To do any of these unto thee, to have compassion upon thee.
Nobody had compassion on us. Read on.
But thou wast cast out in the open field to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou was born.
The loathing of thy person. What does that mean? The loathing of thy person. We hated ourselves. That's why when Moses killed the Egyptian who was beating us, we got mad at Moses. You see what I'm saying? Just like now, we hate ourselves. So if somebody stands up for us, we hate them too. Because they're like, why do you care about us? We're nothing. We're just niggers and spicks. Who would ever care about us? We loathe ourselves, right? Read.
We talk about our enemies. They get mad at us in the comment board.
They get mad at us. Leave them white people alone. It's you nigga. Well, hold on. Let's read what the lesbians told us today. Okay. Now, mind you, she put her cell phone number on the comment board. This brother, the God out of one of the tribe of Benjamin, howled at her on the phone until she apologized for coming at the prophets of God any kind of way.
That's right.
Okay, but I want to show the audacity of this woman. This is what she said, because they hate I'm getting on lesbians, right? Not even just black women, just lesbians in general. And I'm actually getting on the Latin woman because young M.A. is Puerto Rican, right? Ephraimite. She said, period, nigga, shut the fuck up. When Jesus came to you, talked to you, I don't even know what that means. You're a black man who can't beat the white man at nothing. Nothing. White men run black men like dogs. This is what a black woman is telling me on the comment board because I'm rebuking young M.A. with the word of God. Right. You know why? Because we loathe ourselves. You know, what the hell with you? Who are you to talk about her? Nigga, you ain't no damn body. If you hate your people, the men of your people, the women of your people, whatever, you just hate yourself. It's a reflection of yourself. Because it said man and woman shall be twain one flesh. So it's not an actual separation. You see what I'm saying? The whole black and Latin man and woman separation is something that comes from the white man, which we're going to talk about that tonight. How the white man has systematically divided us and wants to destroy us. Period. It's what he wants to do with the separation. There is no goddamn separation, right? But that's the point of we loathe ourselves, right? Go ahead.
You want to keep going?
Salakia. Okay, one second. I'm off track. I had that. I have Exodus being held. I have Baruch being held. What else I got being held?
That's it.
That's it. Salakia, read that again, that last verse in Ezekiel. I know what I want to do now. Salakia, go ahead.
Back in Ezekiel 16 and 5. None I pitied thee.
Nobody gave a damn about us. Read.
To do any of these unto thee.
To do any of these, to supple us, to cut our umbilical cord, to wash our blood off of us. Right, read.
Right. To have compassion upon thee.
Nobody cared. Nobody had any compassion. Read.
But thou wast cast out in the open field to the loathing of thy person.
Exactly. And that's what happens. When nobody gives a damn about you, you don't give a damn about you anymore. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happened to our nation in Egypt. The same thing that's happening in this new Egypt,
right?
Where our dead bodies lie, where we were brought to on a cargo slave ship, according to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All of that is there, right? Go ahead.
In the day that thou wast born.
So now let's get that in Exodus 2 and 23 to 25. Go ahead.
We have three distractions on the chat.
We have 3 distractions on the chat. Okay. Do you have power on the chat or no? Salakia. I got power in there, of course, so I'll go in there.
It's Star Alex 97.
Salakia, yo.
Channel project. I'm not trying to distract from class.
No, it's over.
Should have did that.
Like we like little kids, like no, please don't, please.
Okay, who?
Alex Alex Rodriguez,
A-Rod.
Saxon, and Star.
Oh.
I told him nobody loves you, nobody likes you. You come here, you have fun, but now you're not gonna have any fun no more.
So they're saying that Hispanics ain't the Israelites?
Oh yeah, my bad. I had to respond to that real quick. So,
Hey, Alex been on some weird shit since he came here.
Bonn, Oregon. Who else?
Alex Star.
Who's Star?
And Anglo-Saxon. There's somebody that's just named Star.
you know if he said Hispanics and Israelites.
Hey, prove it.
I mean, it's cool to debate, but they're just being
He right above chubby internet nerd, but under IFI.
There you go.
Right there in the middle.
Oh, damn. Oh. Sorry, I just had him. Oh. You forgot it. Oh, Star. Come on. Here we go. All right, so now let's get back. All right, let's go to give me that in Exodus.
This is Exodus 2:23. And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage.
They sighed by reason of the bondage, right? Read.
And they cried.
We were being worked to the bone, and we cried out. Just like now, our people getting worked to the bone and crying out. Don't know who the hell they crying to, but they are crying out, right? Read.
And their cry came up unto Yahweh.
The Most High heard the cry. Read.
By reason of the bondage.
Because of what they did to us, he heard our cry. Read.
And the Most High heard their groaning.
And
the Most High remembered his covenant.
And then the Most High remembered. He heard the groaning and he remembered. That's what happened. Nobody gave a damn about us. They cast us a bloody baby, abandoned in an open field, and he heard us crying. The baby, he heard the baby crying in the open field that hated itself and just wanted to die. He heard the baby crying in the open field. So what did he do? Read.
It says, and the Most High remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob.
He remembered that child. Go ahead.
And the Most High looked upon the children of Israel, and the Most High had respect unto them.
He had respect to the children of Israel. He saw that baby that nobody cared about, that nobody loved, that nobody had compassion for, that Brenda, who got hooked on dope and sold her box and fell in love with some no good nigga and God knows what, and had this baby and put it in the trash. The Most High had respect for that baby.
Yeah, I remember you always used to say how he has compassion, but it's really he's saving us because of his reputation.
Yeah, he has a reputation.
Like, you know, my little homies get beat up. Let me jump.
Yeah, I'm just going ahead and beat him up because we're his people.
Right.
So it always everybody. That's why when Shishak, there's something called I want to say Shishak was a pharaoh in Egypt. When you deal with Shishak, he wrote on the walls of Egypt, "Today I've defeated Yahweh," meaning he defeated Israel. He defeated us. So he's saying that his God, the make-believe faggot gods of Egypt, they defeated Yahweh.
That's on the Moabite stone.
Yeah, oh yeah, on the Moabite stone, yeah, they said, today we defeated Yahweh. So what is Yahweh going to do? No, nobody has defeated me. Are you kidding? So these guys got to die. Even if I got to pardon these wicked Negroes, you see what I'm saying, to do it, I'm going to do it in order for my name's. That's what he says it all over the Bible, for my name's sake. Right? He made a promise. He's not a man that he should repent of his promise. He made a promise to Abraham that came through Isaac, that came through Jacob. So if he makes a promise to Abraham, no matter what, that's what we all are being saved for, the promise. You think any of us are being saved because we're just righteous and holy men? Who are you kidding? All right? You're out of your damn mind. You're being saved because the Most High made a promise and he's bound by his word. That's the only reason why we're being saved. If we had to make it off of our own works, come on, man. Are you kidding?
I want to say, there's a scripture I want to say where it says, we're asking the Lord to help us. It's like, because if you don't, then the other nations.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, hey, look, Lord, I mean, if you don't help us, everybody's just going to be talking bad about you all over the earth or how they beat you. You see what I'm saying? Is that what you want? Oh, of course not. I'm gonna just raise you niggas up out of your ghettos and just kill everybody and enslave everybody, and then them niggas will know who got it. But that's what the heathen are gonna know when we take the kingdom. They're gonna know who the Most High is.
That's right.
They're gonna understand Yahweh is the only living power. There's not a picture of him. There's not an idol of him. These are his people. They're just so great. You see, they're gonna all get it once we take it from them. They're gonna learn that the Most High is the only power. They're gonna learn that. They're gonna learn that Caesar Borgia is nothing, or Buddha. These niggas worshiping Buddha and blue elephants, and the heathen are Shiva. The East Indian is the most. The East Indian is crazy. You go to East India, and these niggas in Tacoma on the east side. Anybody again from Washington in the chat may know about it. Tacoma on the east side on 44th Street. They got this huge project over there called Shalishan. Anybody from the area knows what I'm talking about. Now, Shalishan has a population of 2 nations of people, okay? The people of Judah, Israelites, and they also have a fair amount of Cambodians. Across the street from this project building that has a decent amount of Cambodians, you have this shrine. I'm talking about shrine and Buddhists and gods and deities, women and elephants and all kind of stuff. This is the stuff that the heathens are into. Worshiping total nonsense, worshiping statues that they made out of gold. That's what they're into. They're going to learn that none of that's real. We're going to destroy it. We're going to beat it to powder, and we're going to establish the fact that there's but one God. And the whole world is going to bear witness to it.
That's right.
Okay, and the whole world is going to worship that God or die. There's no other option. You see what I'm saying? But all of that is for Yahweh. You see what I'm saying? That's what all of it's for. It's all for the Most High. We just happen to be so lucky to be his chosen. You see what I'm saying? So let's go back. Hold that. Let's go back to Ezekiel real quick. When we get back to Deuteronomy, we'll go into that. Hold that on deck. Go ahead with Ezekiel.
You want verse 6?
Yeah, keep going down in that Ezekiel. Yes, sir.
Back in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 6. And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thy own blood.
The Most High saw us polluted in our own blood. He saw us. If we're polluted, are we being righteous and upholding laws? Of course not. But as a baby, if you don't teach a baby nothing, what is he going to do? He's going to just do whatever he feels that nobody's ever told him anything. So we're in Egypt, like just trying to figure it out. You know, we don't know what's going on in Egypt, right, Reed?
I said unto thee, when thou was in thy blood, live, yea.
He said live, right? How do you live? What's living? Come on, who got the precept? Give me the precept for what living is. All right, y'all ain't got it? I got it. If y'all ain't got it, I got it. It's Proverbs 21:16. The man that, if Cap was here, would have had it. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. You see, when he say live, he gave us understanding so we could come out from the congregation of the dead. Right? Go ahead.
Live, yea, I said unto thee, when thou was in thy blood, live. I have verse 7. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field.
He had multiplied us greatly. It says in Exodus, the more they afflicted us, the more we multiplied as a people. He has caused us to bud. He has caused us to multiply and become great in number. Millions of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read.
And thou hast increased and waxen great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments.
So he began to give us excellent ornaments, which is the laws. Read.
Thy breasts are fashioned.
Oh, he's talking about a girl, his wife. He took his wife out of the gutter. It's like you meet a girl, she don't see her potential, but she's just in the damn gutter. He took her out of the gutter, right? Read that again.
Thy breasts are fashioned.
Thy breasts are fashioned. You know what that's talking about. Read on.
And thy hair is grown.
Thy hair is grown. Hair is what? Hair is what? For a woman. Hair is what to a woman? The glory. It's her glory. Read.
Whereas thou was naked and bare.
Whereas thou was naked and bare. You were ran down in the damn gutter somewhere when I met you. Now I done given you comely apparel. Right? Now your hair is grown, right? Read.
You went from that self-hatred, loathing, right, to now you feeling
you're beautiful, right? Read. This Ezekiel 16. This chapter does not get brought out. It's a very lengthy chapter. This whole section of Ezekiel. I remember when I first came to San Diego. First time we went downtown, we was like teaching like Encinitas and Vista before this. First time we went downtown, it was so-called Christmas Eve, 2011. 5 years ago. I want to say it was that weekend and then New Year's weekend, just like this year. It was all on camp day. We went out Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then the day after, the second. This is the last time I probably went into this whole chapter in depth. I done touched on it, but in depth went into this whole chapter. This is a very, very powerful chapter in Ezekiel 16, 15, 17, 18. It's telling us all about going into slavery and out here and all that in these chapters. And these chapters don't get brought out enough. But go ahead.
Verse 8, now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love.
It was the time of love. The Most High passed by thee and looked upon you, brought you into the wilderness and brought you into Israel, set you up in Israel. That time was a time of love. That's when it was, you might lose that spark, or you and your woman going through a rough patch. And you think about that time of love, that time where y'all was both all into each other. That was that time of love that the Most High is talking about. Read.
And I spread my skirt over thee, and covered thy nakedness.
Covered thy nakedness, man, thy shame. Read.
Yea, I swear unto thee, and entered into a covenant with thee.
We went into a covenant with the Most High. We entered into that covenant that we would keep the law, and he would be our God, and we would be his people.
God.
Right? Read.
Saith the Lord Yahweh, and thou becamest mine.
And we became his. We became married to the Most High as a nation. Read.
Then washed I thee with water. Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood.
How did he do? How did he thoroughly wash away our blood with water? Ephesians 5:26. You're exactly right. And God, I want Ephesians 5:26. Somebody, so we could read what that is. How he thoroughly washed away our blood.
This is Ephesians 5:26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
By the word. The washing of water and sanctification spiritually is the word.
Right.
That's what he gave us, Terrell.
So going back when we were talking about how like Moses did like kind of like doused him or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Would we say what is baptism? Well, I understand it's by the word, or is it being submerged underwater?
We were at times physically submerged underwater, but the physical submergence underwater is not something that's of necessity. It's the spiritual. We say, we have a video, we did it last time we went to the IE San Bernardino. Check it out. It's called Water Baptism is as Good as Animal Sacrifice. So it's something we did, but it didn't do what it was like. It was symbolically representing something that we didn't do. So you know what I'm saying? So now we're understanding what it is. I'm not finna go sacrifice a goat. You understand what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai got on the cross, so I don't have to sacrifice a goat anymore. You see what I'm saying? He said, now I present my body a living sacrifice. And of course, prayer is a sacrifice also, as it is written. So the same thing with water baptism. If you look in the book of Acts, after Yahweh Shai, in the book of Acts, in the early stages of the book of Acts, they baptized. In Acts 21, Paul comes to a church and Paul asked him, he said, well, what baptism do y'all baptize after? Right. He said, they said, well, we do it under the baptism of John. He said, have you not heard of the baptism of the Spirit? They said, no, we have not heard of the baptism of the Spirit. So from that point forward, you don't hear anything about baptizing in the Bible anymore, because the understanding came to them then, oh, we don't have to. That's why John said, y'all don't get it. I'm doing this now. The person that's coming after me is going to baptize you with fire. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a different baptism. You see what I'm saying? Get it.
Okay. Book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 11.
Yes, sir.
I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance.
I'm dipping you with water to show you the cleansing. All of this stuff, be it the Levitical rituals, the way that the temple was built, It's all symbolic of something.
Right.
It's all teaching us a lesson. This is where the white man made up something called what? Speculative Freemasonry. Because when you go to, because that's literally what Masonry is called. It's called speculative Masonry. Because there's another Mason. What's the other form of Masonry? It's not speculative.
Right.
Not Scottish Rite, because that's speculative. It's called being a stonemason. Has nothing to do with being in a secret society. Has something to do with you going and knowing how to make a building. So they said they looked at the way we made our buildings, the way that the Egyptians made their buildings, the way that the Canaanites made their buildings, the way that the Babylonians made their buildings. In doing that, they realized that there was a symbology within the way that ancient cultures, especially Semitic and Hamitic cultures, constructed their buildings of importance. Right. There was symbology there. This our temple is made to look like a man. It's teaching us a lesson within the building. You see what I'm saying? We dealt with metaphysics, the peeling back of the onion, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. And since we're building the spiritual temple, right? Each brother is a stone, right? It's a cubit. Then, like D said earlier, who's the real Illuminati? Who's the real stonemason?
Yeah. Exactly. That's why Paul said what in Corinthians? He said, "I am a master builder." Right. You see what I'm saying? Meaning I'm hewing you out as a stone and building you in the temple. You see what I'm saying? Versus a speculative Freemason who took all this information and mingled it up and created their own and brought in witchcraft. You see what I'm saying? They're doing all that madness, but it's like a bootleg off of what we did, but also what Hamites did, which is wicked any damn way. Right. This is what their obsession with Solomon's temple is. You know, there's in the book of Exodus, there are certain things when the Most High is giving Moses instructions on how to build the tabernacle, which was just the prototype temple, was a tent, you could move it around. That Freemasons, I've heard this from people, of course I wouldn't know, but a Freemason told me that the Freemasons will actually recreate this ritual in their temples. They'll actually do it. You see what I'm saying? So they're just like they're bootlegging what's in the scriptures. Then they'll take something from Babylon. They'll take something from Canaan. They'll take something from Egypt, and then they'll merge it all together and add in some witchcraft and a mixed garment, maybe some faggotry in there. You know what I mean? They mingle it up. They're weirdos. You see what I'm saying? But like the brother said, on a level of a stonemason, we don't use these terminologies for the purpose of, because when you hear mason, that's like a buzzword. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to use terminology that's gonna make somebody go, wait a minute. You know what I mean? So you ain't gonna say that because people are gonna be like, well, y'all niggas is mason, nigga. Like,
they don't look at work.
Yeah. So you don't ever want to tell anybody that because you don't want to take it the wrong way. But in just the sense of what it means to build a building, you see what I'm saying? You can technically say that's why Paul said he's a master builder. You see, meaning he brought many brothers into the truth, brought them up, raised them up properly in the truth, took them from being Corinthians and Romans and Ephesians and made them into Hebrew Israelites. You see what I'm saying? You can only do that through hewing the stone, quarrying, and things of that nature, right? But it all comes from the baptism of the Holy Ghost, which comes from the word, right? Another, that there's a stone allegory to it. Then you have the allegory of cleaning you. You see what I'm saying? Of just becoming from filthy and bloody to clean. You see what I'm saying? So there's various allegories. There's also agricultural allegories that we see likened unto your transformation from wicked into righteous. You see what I'm saying? The grafting, all of that. These are all metaphors and allegories, and the white man has tried to make up their own metaphors and allegories. He does it through shapes and idols and things of that nature. But go ahead.
Finish that. Back in Matthew. I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance, but he that cometh after me.
Yahushua,
is mightier than I.
He is mightier. Yahushua is mightier than John the Baptist. Right? Read.
Whose shoes I am not worthy to bear. He shall baptize you with the Holy Ghost and with fire.
The Holy Ghost and with fire. We know what the Holy Ghost is and how it baptizes. What is being baptized by fire? First off, how you going to get baptized with fire? With nukes? No, I mean, I understand that, but it's like, you're going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So what's fire about you?
Isn't that, man, I had it. Isn't it in reference to They will be tried in fire.
Yeah, but what does it mean? We're gonna be tried in fire, but what does it mean we're gonna be tried in fire?
So we put through a tribulation.
Tribulation, affliction, the afflictions of this world, the affliction that you're gonna see for being in the truth and presenting your bodies a living sacrifice and keeping the laws and all these various things that you're gonna get. That's the fire you're being baptized with. Go ahead.
I got the precept. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 29. Is not my word like as a fire?
The word is as a fire as well. Read.
Saith Yahweh, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces.
You see that? You're a rock. You are a rock that needs to be turned into a stone that can be used in building. So it breaks you. It breaks the evil off of you. It breaks what's unnecessary up off of you. Hews the stone, and then you take a look at the stone and say, okay, this stone can be used in building this building. So then you get placed in the building of whom Yahweh Shai is the cornerstone of. You see that? That's what they get, again, going back to the Freemasonry. Anybody seen a building built by a master mason before? The cornerstone is always marked this with the individual that built this, the cornerstone. Yeah, where did they get this from? We have a cornerstone, Yahweh Shai. He's the cornerstone of our building. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Okay, that was a precept.
Okay, all right. Let's go back. Where was I at?
We're back in
Ezekiel 16. Go ahead.
Back in Ezekiel 16 and 9. Then washed I thee with water.
Read.
Yea, I thoroughly washed away the blood from thee.
That's right. With the law. Read.
Right. And I anointed thee with oil.
He anointed us, man, with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Read.
I clothed thee also with broidered work.
He gave us broidered work.
Broidered.
Right? Which broidered or broidered work. He gave us fine garments, right? On a metaphysical level, the way he did us. Read.
And shod thee with badger skin.
Ooh, go ahead.
And
this is expensive stuff in the back. He put a fur on us. Shod thee with badger skin. He gave you a fur coat. Give a woman a fur coat. See how much she loves you. See how happy she is that you went and bought her a damn mink coat. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And I girded thee about with fine linen. And I covered thee with silk.
Read. We all know about silk, right? Go ahead.
I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands. And a
decked thee with ornaments. A woman, right? She wants to wear ornaments, rings, bracelets, earrings. This is what a woman is beautified in. Read.
And I put bracelets upon thy hands and a chain on thy neck.
And put a chain on thy neck. This sister's got bracelets and earrings and rings and a chain on.
Fur, linen.
A fur, linen, silk, right? Long hair. This woman is sounding bad, right? She ain't too most high looking at her like, damn. Read.
And I put a jewel on thy forehead.
A jewel on thy forehead. Who's seen it? This sister wear the head covering, and they'll have the jewel that come down. Boom. Beautiful. Read.
And earrings in thy ears.
Earrings in thy ears. You know, black woman like hoops, right? Go ahead.
And a beautiful crown upon thine head.
A diadem. Read. She had a tiara, right, so to speak. Read.
Thus was thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen, and silk, and broidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour, and honey.
You ate good. Read.
And oil, and thou was exceeding beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom.
And prospered into a kingdom. This is what happened. All this is talking about how the Most High took us from a broad in a gutter in Egypt into the queen of the earth, essentially. Right? We went into, what are we going to? We went into what, last Friday or the Friday before last? Psalms 45, dealing with the queen. I saw the queen waiting for her husband, the king, and she was decked in gold. The queen is, of course, Israel. All right? That's not women are not. No, we don't do that in Israel. But the queen is Israel.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
And thy renown went forth among the heathen.
What does that mean? Thy renown went forth. Everybody in the world heard about Israel. How wise we were and how prosperous we were. When did this peak? When is this peak that is being talked about right here? The time of Solomon. This is when we reached our peak as a nation of people. When we were just at peace and we flew in abundance. We not flew. what is the word I'm looking for? We flowed. That's what I'm looking for. We flowed we peaked. We flowed in abundant wealth at this time. And why did the Queen of Sheba had to come to Solomon and ask him questions?
She heard about
his renown. The renown of our people. But Zach, you have something?
No, I was not.
All right, go ahead.
And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty, for it was perfect.
Read.
Through my comeliness.
It was perfect through his comeliness. The Most High made us beautiful, and we were cleaving unto the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. And the Most High increased us. Bazak.
Yeah. Is this because Solomon asked for wisdom of all things? And so
that's what he asked for. So this is where we peaked as a people, was right here, because he sincerely just asked for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So the Most High gave him everything else. Riches beyond his wildest dreams, 1,000 women. I mean, good God. Solomon, right? Read.
Which I had put upon thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. But thou didst trust in thy own beauty.
This is what happened in the time of Solomon. We trusted in our own beauty.
Right.
You looked at yourself. This is what I'm gonna tell you who just did this. What? Name me a famous woman who just trusted in her own beauty. No, but I know why you said that. That's all right. There's a famous woman who just trusted in her own beauty. Who knows? You said who?
You said distrust?
No, she trusted in her own beauty. Not Lil' Kim. There is a woman that trusted in her own beauty.
You know, some of the woman y'all went to the other day.
Who?
I guess someone's baby mama there was trying to get at.
No, not Chief. Oh,
no. Oh no. Hell, she better not never.
Serena?
Not Serena. She definitely didn't trust in her own beauty because
she gets blonde hair.
She got what Esau. But not so much about Tracy. Y'all looking at it too literally. Who trusted in her own beauty is Tiny Harris. She feels like she can leave T.I. now because she's famous again. And you're looking at it. See, Abaji, you're thinking about beauty too much. You're thinking, you're thinking letter and not spirit. She's trusting in her own beauty, the popularity that she's been able to garner, the fact that she's a star now, but she would never have gotten a TV show if it wasn't for T.I. What was that group she's in? Escape? When's the last hit record? What?
Was it SWV?
No, it's
Escape.
Oh, that time.
What's the last goddamn hit record Escape had?
1992 with Missy Elliott.
Like
1992.
Look, with Missy Elliott. Exactly. Right? Missy Elliott ain't had a hit since 02.
And look who asked the question.
You see what I'm saying? So if Escape ain't had no damn hit, she's irrelevant without being attached to T.I. So she has trusted in her own beauty. This is why she feels like she can now leave T.I. because she's garnered enough attention and social status off of her being on TV, and people have fallen in love with her now, and people just like her for her now. So she's trusted in her own beauty, so she feels like I don't need T.I. anymore. I can now leave this nigga finally, and I can go and be a single whore. You understand what I'm saying? She has this is Israel. Israel is Tiny Harris. Israel trusted in her own beauty. Israel said, well, I'm rich as hell. I don't need Yahweh anymore. I can worship the gods of these other people now if I want to. Because where I'm at, you can't possibly take me out of where I'm at. You can't possibly take money away from me, as rich as we became during the time of Solomon. Read.
But thou didst trust in thy own beauty and played the harlot.
And she played the harlot. Okay, everybody knows about the situation that occurred between Floyd and T.I. last year. So we already had started. I knew when that happened, I knew Tiny was gonna leave T.I. I knew as soon as that whole situation, I seen her in the picture with Floyd Mayweather, I knew she was gonna leave T.I. at that moment. I knew that it was coming. I wake up, I hear, I'm on Twitter. I go to Twitter, got a tab now. Bro, this just happened. This just happened this week. right? So I go over to but like I said, I knew as soon as that situation happened with Mayweather, I knew she was leaving this nigga. I just knew it. You see what I'm saying?
How do you get a nigga back who stole on you? Because T.I. stole on him. How do you get a nigga back?
You gotta go get his girl. That's how it works, right? So somebody actually made a Photoshop picture of the family all in the bed. There's a picture from the show, and they have bro, and I'm looking, at the picture, and I'm like, what's is Floyd in the bed? They Photoshop it's T.I. in the actual picture, but they Photoshop Floyd is laid up with the whole family. I said, man, Jake is a damn scoffer, man. All right, they got Floyd all in the bed with I'm talking about all the kids and with Tiny. You see what I'm saying? But I knew as soon as that happened, she's leaving this nigga because I saw the look on her whorish face. It says the wickedness of a woman, change of her countenance. I saw the way her face looked when she took that picture with Floyd Mayweather. I knew she was leaving T.I. at that moment. I just knew it. There's nothing you couldn't tell me. Sure enough, this week, she leaves T.I. She files for divorce. I scroll over to the Moments. That's what it's called on Twitter now. Moments. I go to Moments and it says Tiny Harris files for divorce.
Hey, trending. It was trending on my thing. On
it's trending. And then, I mean, this ain't the first time it happened. You see what I'm saying? A lot of women. Another woman who trusted in her own beauty. Okay, so anybody who's in the camp off camera hears me rave about this woman and how beautiful I find her. Malaysia Pargo, right? Anybody know Malaysia Pargo is? Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives, formerly Gennaro Pargo, the NBA's wife. Beautiful, fine sister. But she trusted in her own beauty. She left Gennaro because she's now a bigger star than Gennaro because she used the fact that she actually was married to an NBA player to go on the show Basketball Wives. She goes on that show. She begins to gain popularity. Through her gaining popularity, she feels like she's in a place where she doesn't need this man. He's not a top NBA star anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to get a couple million from doing these VH1 shows, and I'll leave you now. This is what women do. They trust in their own beauty. You see what I'm saying, Court?
Yeah, what about old girl from the future? I forgot what her name was. Charles Barkley, not Charles Barkley, but remember him and his wife in the getting a divorce because she was going to play the future and everything? I forgot her name.
You know what? Damn. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom?
Oh man, hold on. She was doing some weird stuff with Future. Some questionable things was happening.
Oh, yeah, she was on this one brother that I follow.
I got the name.
Hold on, real quick. Let me see.
When he mess on like Scottie Pippen wife or something like
Yeah,
that?
Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's wife. It says, Laura Pippen moves on after divorce with rapper Future. And this girl.
Scottie Pippen.
And let me tell y'all something else. Going back to the point, was it me and you was just talking about J-Lo?
Yeah,
and Drake?
Yeah, we was.
Just like we was talking about with the whole Chief Keef thing. Drake is now messing with J-Lo. I'm sure y'all seen that in the news. But his motivation for messing with Jennifer Lopez is who?
Diddy.
Is Diddy. He's obsessed with Diddy. He's a homo. So he's went after that woman, and the motivation, of course, is Diddy. This is the sick world that we live in. But going back to that, these women, they trust in their own beauty now. The Esau has put them in a position where they feel like they don't need this man anymore. So they could leave, now he can now leave this man and operate with freedom and still get paid from this man after the divorce through alimony, child support. They're going to take the kids, of course, and things of that nature. And they think they're just going to move on with their damn lives. Israel was the same way. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Go find a
guy. He's trying.
Go ahead. Play the harlot.
Yeah, go play the whore.
And plays the harlot because of thy renown.
Because of thy renown. You got popularity. Everybody knows Tiny now. Everybody know Malaysia Pargo now. You see what I'm saying? Everybody know Larsa Pippen now. Nobody knew her before. So now she can go and do what she wants because everybody knows her and she's somebody without being attached to him anymore. Read.
and pourest out thy fornications on every one that passed by.
So you getting with everybody, meaning we follow the gods of every nation. Read.
God. His it was. And of thy garments thou didst take, and deckest thy high places with diverse colors.
Meaning we made idols and made it with diverse. I'm talking about made immaculate and magnificent looking idols. Right, Reed?
And playedest the harlot thereupon.
Meaning Molech. You go down into Canaan and you look at the Molech they got in Canaan, and you like, man, you should see the Molech we got in Israel, nigga. Y'all got Molech looking bad. We got Molech gold and turquoise and all kind of stuff. We outdid the heathen. You see what I'm saying? We made everything we do. What we gonna do? We're gonna make it look good.
God.
Esau got a picture of Caesar Borgia. We have a diamond chain of Caesar Borgia. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Facts.
You know?
The like thing shall not come, neither shall it be so.
Read on.
Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my gold and of my silver.
We took the fair. What is the fair jewels of his gold and his silver? In the temple of the Most High, we had golden and silver vessels that were for the Most High, holy things. Right, Read.
Which I had given thee, and madest to thyself images of men.
Turn them into idols. Read.
And didst commit whoredom with them.
There we go. Read on.
And tookest thy broidered garments and coverest them, and thou hast set mine oil and my incense before them.
Burning incense. This is what they do in Santeria and voodoo and things of that nature. Read.
My meat also, which I gave thee, fine flour and oil and honey, wherewith I fed thee, thou hast even set it before them for a sweet savor. And thus it was, said the Lord Yahweh.
It is a total idolatry. All right. That's what happened to our people at that time. Right. And till this day. Right. But it started with Solomon. So let's drop that. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28.
Also, too, like that precept of Maccabees, where it says, the devising of ours is the beginning of spiritual fornication.
Yeah, the devising of ours is the beginning, the end, and the cause of everything. It's right there. It all starts with idolatry. It all starts with this is what the Most High really jacks us up for. Worshiping anything but Him. Worshiping anything but Him, that's something the Most High is going to bring a harsh judgment on you for. Bazak Bariyah.
That is the first commandment.
That's the first commandment. Period. That's it right there. Right? Worship the Most High. Right? So go ahead. Pick up where we at, 46?
48.
I only wanted to 46, but that's fine. We're going to go to, get that Baruch.
This is Baruch, chapter 1, verse 20. It says, wherefore the evils cleaved unto us.
The evils have cleaved unto us because of this idolatry. The evils have cleaved unto us. Read on.
And the curse, which Yahweh appointed by Moses, his servant.
Read.
At the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt.
That's right. So this curse have cleaved unto us. Read the curse that Moses spoke about, which is what we're reading about in Deuteronomy 28. Read.
To give us a land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day.
So that's it on that. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28. Read 54 to 57.
Deuteronomy 28, 54. It's a lot. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
This is us. We supposed to be precious and value our lives. Right? Read.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Our eyes are evil towards one another. Going back to this movie, Mississippi Damned, I've been talking about. Eyes were evil towards brothers and each other. But we're going to keep reading on.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
That was what was more happening. You have brothers whose eyes were evil towards the wives of their bosom. That was showcased a lot in the movie Mississippi Damned. Read.
And toward the remnant of his children.
Also towards their children. We saw this as well. Read on.
Which he shall leave.
Which he shall leave. Read on. It wasn't too much fathers leaving though. That actually the one father did leave. Never mind. So that was also there in the movie. Go ahead.
So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat.
Read.
Because he has nothing left. It's a lot. Because he has nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates.
Read on.
the tender and delicate woman among you.
The tender and delicate woman also, read.
Which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground. For delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband.
This also happened in the movie. The woman's eye was evil toward her husband, right? And this is a curse that has came upon us. And the white man, being the goddamn devil and a sorcerer practitioner, he understood. Do you think the white man didn't read Deuteronomy 28? He sat down and read Deuteronomy 28 and said, okay, this is going to be a curse. They're going to have disorder in households. So they are going to systematically do everything to further that and to implement that and to make sure that they get everything they can out of that curse. And they have done, clearly. And they show that in this movie where you have it's a few couples that get highlighted in this movie. All the women are related. All the women are sisters. The men are not related except for by marriage. All Judites. So you got one. Jake is going crazy outside. But so basically, one of the couples, you got a brother, man, hardworking brother, works as a mechanic. The electricity man come to his house. Electricity man comes to this brother's house to turn the power off. His wife is like, wait a minute, I gave my husband the checks. There's got to be some type of mix-up. We paid the bill. Her husband pulls up from work. He gets out the car. She's like, tell him you paid the bill. He say, well, you know, he don't even say anything. He's trying to tell the dude, come here. She's talking to him. He want to tell him on the side, hey, go ahead. You know, I didn't pay that. So he don't pay the bill. So she's freaking out. He guess he gambled the money away, right? So she's chastising him, which she should be chastising him because that's irresponsible of him to do. But there's a but. The but is, why does that man feel like he's got to go and gamble that little $200 for the light bill or however much it was? Why does he feel like he has to do that? Who could give me in the room? He's trying to get more money. He's been taken from where he had his own kingdom, where he had his own land. He's been brought to a land he didn't know, forced to serve slavery, and then cut loose like a dog. This new place he's at has a standard of living that is not conducive to the cultural practices of where he comes from. It's unlike anything he's ever seen or his ancestors have ever seen before. He's forced to come here. He's forced to operate under the auspices of Esau and what he's laid out, his standards, white supremacy. Give me the image of the beast in the Greek. Pull up the Greek word for image of the beast. He's been forced to do all these things. So he's trying, you know, okay, I have to go out and get a job. Did we have jobs in ancient Israel? Some of us did, but your job usually was you worked on your property that was large. You raised your crops and you had your animals and you had your own domain that you were the king over as a lion. A lion has a pride, it's called. He has his women and his children, and his women plural, and his children also plural there. And he has this land to where if you come in this land, you're going to have an issue. You see what I'm saying? We were made to be this exact same way as a lion, period, according to the word of God. So with that being said, you're a lion now, and you're forced to live on top of and right next to other lions, which automatically is wrong, right? You're forced to live in a much smaller quarter than you're used to, and you're now forced not to have your own land to till, but you're now forced to go and build somebody else's land, build a white man's business, build an Arab man's business, and get pennies for it, and try to bring that home and provide for your family on. So you, living in this society, and this is something being totally new to you, you're trying to say, okay, I'm supposed to get more of this green stuff they call money, which is not, of course, even money. I'm supposed to get more of this. So if I gamble, I potentially could get more money if I try to gamble. You see what I'm saying? So he's just thinking about more ways to get money because the white man told him that that's what he should focus on. That's what he should be doing. Working hard and getting more money. But he's working hard and he's not getting more money. So he's looking for alternative avenues to get more money. Because the white man, again, has introduced an entirely new thing on the planet Earth. Something that's never been heard of on the planet Earth, and that's you go and get a job. Right? We worked, of course, but we worked for ourselves. We had our own shops. We had, you know what I mean? You had your own land. Your women were industrious, and they sold things. It's a Proverbs 31 wife. It says that Proverbs 31 wife had a side hustle, and she had a business, and she acquired enough money on her side hustle to go and buy more land for your family. That's not happening today. Your wife gets a side hustle is to make ends meet, not to get another apartment or house. That never happens in this day and age. You see what I'm saying? It's all right. It's a read icon. That's the word for image, an image of the beast. If somebody is your icon, that means he is your golden standard. That's what that word icon means, your golden standard. So the white man says, this is what we do. We go to work and we do this. And we have offices. We have mechanic shops. All this nonsense that the white man has. So you do it because this is where you have been forced to live at. So you have to do what the white man does. You have to dress how the white man dresses. You have to do everything the goddamn white man does. And in you doing that, you're going to have problems. Because you have curses, as we read earlier, that pursue you and overtake you. When you have curses that pursue you and overtake you, you're going to sometimes fall victim to these curses and look for a way out because you don't know you know how to function here. So you look for a way out and I'm going to gamble. Some brothers. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened there. Another brother, his wife was good to him. I'll say that. His wife was good to him. Right? Great woman to him, wouldn't raise her voice to him. If he got angry with her, she would become very humble and meek. Right? Very humble and meek. Even though this dude was tripping. All right? She was humble and meek with his brother.
I need a block. Right?
A block. Who you need block?
MP.
All right.
He couldn't answer. I think he's the guy who put the video out, Black Hebrew Israelites Debunked. He couldn't show me any documents where the Jews went on slave ships. He also couldn't tell me why it says they would never see their homeland again with Israel dead.
MP, let me find
the Jews are there.
Let me find this idiot.
He said the Jews were tan color.
Am I tan?
I thought you were dealing with.
Yeah, I thought I was Lebanese. I didn't know. So Salakia, but so the other brother, he gets laid off from his job. So in him getting laid off from his job, his wife naturally asked her sister's husband, could you get him a job at the shop? Right? So he comes home from looking for a job and he says straight up, these crackers don't want to hire no nigga. They don't want to hire a black man. That's what he said when he walks in the house. So when he walks in the house and says that, she's like, well, look, I talked to such and such, and he said he might can get you a job down there at the shop. So he said, man, why the hell is you putting he gets upset. Why are you putting my business in the streets? Right. Now, of course, she doesn't understand. She just thinks she's helping him out. She doesn't understand that the white man is the goddamn devil. That's the first thing she don't understand. So she doesn't understand that the white man has made a society where you're looked at as less of a man because you can't get a job. So he doesn't want anybody to know that he don't got a job and he needs a damn job. He doesn't want anybody to know because it's a pride issue because of the way the devil has set the society up. You see what I'm saying? These are all a result of the way the white man has set up the society. When we were in Israel and we took Israel from the Canaanites, when we came out of Egypt, what was given to every tribe? Abijah. An allotment, a land. You were born, you had your own land. You were a kid, you grew up in your father's house. Your father grew old, you begin to take over the house. Your father dies, you pass it on, the cycle goes on. But the white man ruined all of that. He ran us out of Israel. You see what I'm saying? And when he began to come into power as the Greek and as the Roman, he began to implement this faggot society that we live in today.
Right. He
implemented that then, where it's just weird, something that we're not used to. Again, you're accustomed to being a lion, right, and having your land and having your wives and children, plural. I'm going to keep hammering that in, wives, right? You're used to having that, and you're used to having your own, and you're used to seeing your brother and fellowshipping with your brother, and then going home and not having to live on top of him and hear everything the hell that's going on in his house, and then wonder why you begin to dislike this individual, because you're in everything that's going on in his, and you hear it, right, because you live in a damn project building with paper thin goddamn walls. Scriptures say, woe, give me it, woe to them that build house to house, please. There was a reason why the Most High said that. You're not supposed to be living on top of another brother. A man supposed to have his own house, and he got his own wives and his own kids, and that brother, he got another house somewhere way down there. Now y'all gonna come together and y'all gonna kick it, and then you gonna go home. Maybe you'll stay tonight sometimes. We were reading Judges where the daddy was saying, hey man, don't leave, man. Come on, we gonna keep drinking, and we gonna keep eating, and we gonna keep kicking it. Hey, but the Levite said, he told him that, hey, look, man, all right, I'm done with your, I'm going home. You see what I'm saying? And you have a right to go home, and you have your own home where you not to be bothered by any other man, by any of your wives, or any of your kids. You go into your lair. This is how you're used to living. This is how God intended you to live. The white man put you in an apartment or put you right next door to some damn body. You see what I'm saying? Makes you go and work for pennies for 10 hours a day instead of where you're working 10 hours a day, but you're working in your own field. So every bit of your work is going back to you. You're not used to any of this. Right. So the fact that you're here and have to live in this construct is an irritant in and of itself. Right. Of course, brothers is going to do what they got to do because, I mean, we're here. This is what we have to do. Right. But you're not accustomed to this. The white man knows that. That's partially why he has implemented it the way he has, because he knows you're not accustomed to it. Your spirit and your mentality is not made for it. Right. So he knows you're going to stay down as long as I have this up here. Now, of course, some brothers get down with it and excel to certain degrees or another in this society, in this place. Of course, brothers can get a good job. Brothers can become famous athletes and actors and become millionaires. Some in rare cases, even billionaires. That can happen, but for the most part, a nigga's living on a damn
that's not, I was gonna say, and that's also at the cost of selling your soul, which is like your morals.
Exactly. Yeah, it costs something.
Just like on the plantation, you need that house nigga. Oh, he's doing master, so you boost him up. He's the token. I could be that too.
Yeah, exactly. So you have the house nigga. You see what I'm saying? With the plantation, it's just magnified now. You see what I'm saying? You still are at it. You go to work. All the brothers in here will tell you they go today on the. If I call this brother and he's at work, yeah, man, I'm on this plantation, man. You see what I'm saying? This brother that took a 3-hour lunch the other day. All right, don't nobody say nothing, okay? All right, me and this brother was just kicking it, man. 2 damn hours in the parking lot. You see what I'm saying?
I told him I had to go. They might see the dog.
Yeah. You know, the overseer had a day off. So, you know, a brother can slack a little bit. You see what I'm saying? That's a good day on the plantation.
I ran off on the Christmas party.
Oh, yeah. They're having a Christmas party. He just bounced. Mind you, they getting paid for the Christmas party. You see what I'm saying, right? Y'all got paid for the Christmas party? Ain't that the best when they're having a Christmas party and you say, well, I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm out of here. But you're on the clock still. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's $23, $33. You know what I mean? Or, you know, whatever a brother gets paid. But the white man, he's made all of this, and you're not used to waking up at 6 in the morning, 2 hours, to work for $12 an hour if you're lucky. You see what I'm saying? And then go home and do it all over again 5 days a week. God never meant. This is why keeping the commandments is so great. If we had kept the commandments, we would never have to do any of this. You see what I'm saying? Because we didn't keep the commandments, you have to break your back for $10 an hour. You have to. You have no other option. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you have a record. You know what everybody does that's a felon? warehouse. You work. If you're a felon, you work at a warehouse, or you do moving, all back breaking, or you work construction, meaning you have to you have to do the most laborious jobs. You see what I'm saying? That's what you have to do. The white man understood what he was doing when he put us in his damn place. He studied us. He looked at the Bible. He said, okay, they used to having multiple women. Multiple women is multiple hands to help them, right? The helpmates, plural. They're used to having their own land. They were just giving their own land, giving their own stuff. You know what? We're going to take all of it from them. Abijah.
You know, due to I didn't finish high school, so I didn't follow the system. So I worked a lot in construction and warehouses.
Because with no GED, it's just felons.
It's me and felons.
It's felons because you know what? It's funny. If you work construction, you go to a construction line, you go to a warehouse. What you're gonna see is what are you gonna see? It's gonna be something different than other job sites. It's something you're gonna see. I know you know because you've been there. Oh, of course, not so much that's in the job, but that's on the people.
Oh, you a broken spirit.
Curses, tattoos.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of tattoos. And those and when you see tattoos and you're a felon and you've been to jail, you say, did I see you in Lompoc? You was in Lompoc, right? Hold on. You was in Chino. You was in Chino. You see what I'm saying? Well, I see you in Blight. I see you in Blight on the yard, right? Boom. That's what you see at a warehouse job. Niggas reminiscing about that riot on the yard, right? That's what's there. You see what I'm saying? And these are all results because why do we go to prison? The same reason why your brother gambled all his money away. Alternative routes of income or frustration from being in the financial dire straits. That's all. That's the only reason you're in jail. You're not in jail for fun. The white man might go to jail for arson or something retarded and being a child molester. You're going to jail because you were trying to get some money because you were broke, right? To God.
And even these felons, felony friendly jobs, it's all backbreaking hard work jobs. You get hired at Home Depot.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say Home Depot is the main felony friendly job.
You're definitely working in the back. You're doing something. Walmart, you're working in the back. Caltrans.
Oh yeah, working on the side of the freeway. For those y'all don't know what Caltrans are that's watching.
And look, they got the services. You can clean the bus now.
The
NTS got to where the felons can just clean the bus, or change the parts on it. You feel me? Clean
like the mechanic
and everything. Yeah, like they're gonna be base level jobs.
Base level jobs that are laborious and rigorous, like the brother said. That's what a felony friendly job is. So what do felons do when they get out and they don't want to break their back? They sell more drugs and they rob more people. They kill more people because they really don't have any. If they didn't have any options before, they really don't have any options now. You see, the white man understood all of this when he implemented this, and he has systematically destroyed us. Go ahead,
Let me say this too. You got a lot of Jakes too. Like a lot of nations will look at us and say, "Oh man, Jake, they're just lazy. They don't want to work." But if you realize, like the brother said, the blessings that we were intended to have, we were supposed to be in positions of rulership. So you know, we're not accustomed. It's not in our DNA to just want to be in subjection to another man, or you know, to have to, in order to survive or be a man, you got to go work for the so-called white man to pay for your bread, to pay for your water. And if you see a faggot, you better respect this faggot because he has the right to be a faggot. You see, we weren't accustomed to do any of that. And the white man knows it, like the brother's saying. That's why he's implemented all this stuff.
You seen in class where I was talking about your brother-in-law yesterday?
Yeah, well, my sister, she's married to a Levite, so-called Haitian, and he was bringing it up how she got mad at him one time. He got with some of his he's got like a bunch of Levite friends that he hangs out with.
We network.
Yeah, they network. But they don't live close, right? You know, Haiti's are spread out.
Scripture said we will be scattered amongst the tribes.
So you know he's got to travel when he goes to hell. So he was gone, and he's with the kid too. He's got Levi with him.
He had the kid too.
He had Levi with him, but she got mad because he had the kid out and it was getting late and everything. You know, the black woman just laid down, was like, "Look, that's it. I'm called my mom's, was like, look, I'm kicking him out. I'm about to put his stuff out the door. La 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 la. It's getting past 10. He's still out with my baby. La la la. So like you were saying, he didn't call my mom's and told her, like, look, I don't know what's going on. She's talking about kicking me out. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. Talking about my clothes are gonna be outside at the door, and so my mom's is telling me everything, and I'm up here on the phone just dying. You know what I'm saying? Him being from the island, something like because I told Beloya about it. I said, man, he's tripping out. I guess he ain't never went through nothing like this. He started to tell me, man, he's like, the women on the island, man, they don't do that type of stuff, man. He's like, they're a little more, just like you see the Middle East. You go see women from the Middle East, they're more in subjection. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna, you ain't gonna come home and see your stuff just sitting, throwing out the window on the front lawn.
But the white man, he gave it to him. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Judite, that's the only, because Benjamin and the Levite woman on the island, Esau does control the society to a degree, but nowhere near like, of course, in America. So in America, and the black woman has got all this stuff from the white woman. The black woman is infamous for doing what to their baby's father? Child support. Where did the black woman get child support from? Did she make child support up? The white woman was putting white men on child support and divorcing them and leaving them and taking their alimony long before the black woman even thought about doing it. Then the black woman began to follow after them footsteps. And the black woman, so the white man has created this whole system for this destruction. You see what I'm saying? For our people to just be destroyed. And the thing that's crazy about it is, even though on the islands, our women may not, of course they're wicked as hell on the islands too, but they don't do those type of things. They strive to when they come to America. And when you come to America, you're gonna begin to do those type of things. And you're gonna begin to face those type of things if you're a man from the islands to come up here. Like this brother's brother-in-law. He's never had to deal with a woman telling him his things were gonna be outside where he pays bills at. That's something that's insane. You see what I'm saying? To a man, my pops ain't even from the island. And that is a concept that was insane to him. I remember any times if my mom if they had an issue that was irreconcilable, usually, and they were staying together, my mom is going to stay with her people. You see what I'm saying? That's insane. For me, I paid all the bills in here, or most of the bills, or if I pay anything in here, and I gotta leave. That's crazy. But blame the white man who has put us all in this disposition where we're like this, where our men and women are at each other's throats for no damn reason, because they're both frustrated, because they're both broke. And they think that they have to get this green piece of paper with this goddamn cracker's face on it to achieve some form of happiness. It's all the white man's fault. That's right. And all we have to do to fix this is not go and chase more money. I've heard so many people say that our problem is we don't have money when we have the most money. The most money is flowing out of our communities. We have the most quote unquote buying power. Ask your local drug dealer. Ask them. Ask the crack dealer, ask the crystal dealer, ask the ecstasy dealer if black people have money. Right. And he'll pull out a wad of money and say, yeah, black people have money. This is their money right here. This is Hispanic money that's in my pocket. And I'm getting ready to go do what the hell I want to with this money that all these blacks and Hispanics gave to me to get high. But why are they getting high? Because they're going through hell because of the system in society that the white man has designed to be like that for them. The tribe of Gad. How does the tribe of Gad feel? In their own land. This is why they're drinking themselves and committing suicide every day. Right? Who had? Oh, you were a bartender on the reservation. Oh.
Man, Asian. Shot that leg. That's his cousin Shanae. That's just how they speak when they come inside the bar. It's your cousin Shanae. I want to drink over here. Pass it. You know what I mean? Hey, just go. Especially Dave coming. That Dave that wants some like dividend.
Yeah.
It's on tips like a mug, but they drunk. Thunderbird off of Thunderbird.
Off of Thunderbird?
Thunderbird, the bar was filled with Thunderbird and Lord Calvin.
Bud juice?
Blood juice.
Bro, Thunderbird. But hold on, listen. Thunderbird, the Native American man is spending all of his check on Thunderbird, but he's not an Israelite. Okay. All right. No. All right. All right. Only thing he's missing is some cherry boule. You see what I'm saying? That's all he's missing. You see what I'm saying? The tribe of Gad is a drunk. The Mexican is a drunk. The Puerto Rican is a drunk. The black man is a goddamn drunk. And they're all high on drugs. Why? Because they're in hell.
Right.
So you look at your people destroyed, man. Say we shall grope. Give me that. And they shall grope in the noonday. Points. Terrell, you had a point. Courtney, did you have a point? Okay.
You were talking about like us having money. We're the number one consumers on the earth. Period.
Number one consumers on the earth.
We got money.
Period. We just don't know what to do with it. Yeah, go ask Nike. Go ask every faggot in Italy that designs clothes. You see what I'm saying?
What's his name? Balmain. This dude just everybody just buys his damn.
All of a sudden, you see what I'm saying? White people have been buying Balmain for 50, 100 years. They've been buying Balmain. All of a sudden, Balmain is popular. All of a sudden, Balmain is at Nordstrom. You think Balmain used to be at Nordstrom 5 years ago?
No.
Tazamal, was Balmain at Nordstrom 5 years ago? He knows. No. Now I go to Nordstrom. I see a $700 pair of Balmain jeans. I see the same pair of jeans at your local T-shirt mart for $20. It just has a different tag on it. It's made in Tokyo and not by a faggot in France. It was made by a Down syndrome child in Tokyo. Somewhere or Indonesia.
That's why the thread count be off.
That's why the thread count kind of be off, whatever. But I mean, it's the damn same pair of jeans. Look the goddamn same. I bought you.
Going back to the tribe of Gad, the brothers that have been to IE autopsy.
Yes, sir.
We have a bro that comes around sometimes at Gadite.
Oh.
His mother's Judite.
Okay.
Anyways, the point being that Topsy knows how to drink. He can handle his.
Yes, sir.
He said the Gadite done drank him under the table so many times. He said this guy is like my dad's age. My dad's like damn near 60. He said the bro just drinking and drinking. Topsy's like, I'm done. That's it. Like he didn't want to go home. Nothing.
Yeah, that Gadite man is a real lie. He really could swallow down some alcohol because he's miserable. That's what and also give me the scripture about give wine to him that is ready to perish.
God.
That's why we're drunk and high, because you just want to die sometimes. Like, you see what I'm saying? You just hate your life so much. That's why I said you loathe thyself, Bazak Maria.
It's like you wake up in the morning and you see all these people that don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do nothing about it. There's no might in your hand to eradicate them from your land. You know what I'm saying?
That's why Gaz got it so bad. You understand? Like, Gaz got it so bad because they don't even have to have any knowledge, but they definitely know that this is their land that somebody stole from them. That you're living in your house, but you got the closet. You wake up in the closet, and you know that, okay, I mean, I could go out to the rest of the house, but I'm gonna have to deal with the fact that somebody else lives in my house. This is my house that my family built with their bare hands, and now I get the closet of it. You see what I'm saying? And they slide some money under the door. What else I'm going to do with that money but get drunk and try to forget all the hell that I'm going through, right?
Also, too, majority of the prisons, I think I seen a documentary, majority of the prisons, everyone that's locked up on like in a jail that's near a reservation is the Gadite, but not only that, it's majority for like domestic related problems. Because they're getting drunk, like you said, you're poor, your woman's poor, the family's hungry, so now you're fighting, you get into it, then you know, now you're getting locked up.
Yeah, you're looking at her and you're resenting her because you know that you're supposed to be taking care of her, but because of the way the white man has gotten it, it's become hard for you to do this. It's not easy for you to take care of her, so now you resent the fact that she's there and she has to be taken care of. So this begins to cause domestic issues. You see what I'm saying? You had some, Bazak?
Yeah, I got it back.
And a lot of these reservations, it's illegal to drink.
So they got drivers.
So it's like
what do you do?
Stuck between the rock and rock. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, he has a good point. What else do they got on the reservations? A lot of these reservations,
man.
Crystal meth. You know, we're talking about the problem that the brother.
Oh, the gambling casinos.
So if you ain't drinking, guess what? You're gonna go gamble your money.
Go gambling. You see what I'm saying? And also, like the brother said, they on meth too. They on meth on the casinos. The Northern Kingdom is heavy off in the meth. Southern Kingdom is getting also heavy off in the meth nowadays. It's the new crack.
Yes.
Then I remember when I was in band, but before I joined with GMS Seattle, I was riding around my hood back in Washington, man, and what happened is that the crystal meth had doubled in price for some reason at that time. So crack boomed again in the hood. Crack just was booming. People was buying rocks like it was nobody's business again. You see what I'm saying? Because they're going to get high. Understand something. Our people are going to get high. They don't care what it is. You see what I'm saying? They're going to get high. So with that being said, somebody's going to be making money off of them getting high. Weed, pills, crack, crystal, your liquor store. Somebody's gonna get paid. Who got that from me?
Yeah, I got which one you want? Noonday. Go up in
Give me all.
You want the
give me the drinking one first. Give me drinking first.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
Give strong drink unto him that is ready to die. So that's why people are drunk, because they're ready to die. Read.
And
like
wine,
Biggie.
God. And wine unto those that are heavy. Of heavy heart.
Wine unto those that are of heavy hearts. That's what we are. We're of a heavy heart. Things are weighing us down. The burdens and the troubles of the world weigh us down, so our people get drunk and smoke crack.
Let me say something.
Go ahead, Al.
For Tacos Varios, it says is the leader white? Only body that's white, Tacos Varios, is the man who raped your mother,
that's right.
and that's who you were born of.
That's
all right,
and gave you the Spanish language, okay, that you calling yourself Tacos Varios. Okay.
Tacos what?
Tacos Barrio.
Nobody's white, but the man who raped your forefathers.
That's who you need to focus on. The pinche gringo. Okay.
Pinche gringo.
All right.
You said Levites are actually cracker killers.
Yeah. Hey, and certified. All right.
That's right.
Okay. And certified. Okay. You got. And we went to Mexico. And helped y'all. Okay, we went to Mexico with a day. We go around the world with a dangerous doctrine, nigga. Don't you get it? but go ahead with a rope in the noonday, Baba Bushah.
God. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 29. And you shall grope at noonday.
We are going to grope at noonday. That's what a crackhead's doing. It's daytime, and he's running around like he's blind and it's dark. Read.
As the blind gropes in darkness, and you shall not prosper in your ways. And you shall be only oppressed and plundered continually, and no man shall save you.
That's where we at right now. So that's why our people are on drugs and drunk.
That's right.
Right? Let's go to Jeremiah 31 and 22, please.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
How long are you going to keep sinning against the Most High, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian? We're talking about these curses. We are giving countless example after example of real life that we all can attest to, that we all have seen. How long are you going to continue to keep yourself in this state through rebelling and sinning against the Most High God? Read.
For the Most High hath created a new thing in the earth.
Most High has created a new thing. There's a new thing in the earth, meaning something that we were never accustomed to, that we never dealt with in our ancient land and kingdom. Read.
A woman shall compass a man.
A woman shall compass a man. Women, the black woman now is more educated and makes more money than the black man. The Latino woman, the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So when she goes and she rises to certain echelons of society, she marries the co-founder of Reddit. Because that's the man that's in the echelon and in the circles that she's hanging around with. I'm talking about Serena Williams. She has compassed a man. She's now financially and societally more empowered than you are. She either plays that against you, or some sisters don't play that against their man. But some men, seeing it for what it is and knowing that's not the way it should be, resent their women for it, and it begins disarray in the household. right? Give me Isaiah 3 and 12. No, that ain't the one.
No. That's who Eve married after that.
Oh, Maximilian.
Eve supposed to be a rough. She was what?
The Rough Rider, bald-headed, riding on bikes, boyish girl. Married some Eve. Married some cracker named Maximilian.
Eve? What?
Y'all didn't know that? She been married to this nigga for like 7 years. Yeah, she been married to this nigga for a while.
No. Like 2.
I didn't know that.
After the tape. After the tape. After the tape.
After the tape, that's right.
After the tape. It was hey.
That was definitely after the tape.
After the tape. Long after the tape. I remember the tape. Go ahead. I was probably like in high school when they take it. High school? Middle school? No, but I'm saying when it came out.
It came out in
no, we was in middle school.
We was in middle school. Yeah, you're right. That's middle school. That's middle school. That was middle school. Yeah. You were probably in the Bahamas at that time. Who knows?
No, he's not. You didn't have LimeWire. That's why.
Right. But go ahead.
Yeah, but that's a trend. Remember, I was telling you how.
It's a trend. You see what I'm saying? It's a trend. A lot of whores of our nation are doing it. The next woman to do it is probably going to be, Shamar knows, Cardi B. Look for her to get with a white man in 2017. Look at just watch for it. The way she's been talking about it on VH1. But it's funny because you have K. Michelle. You have K. Michelle who did it for all that time, and then now she's engaged to a brother that's a doctor. You see what I'm saying? So they could be putting her up to it because it doesn't really matter. Just like Scandal, Kerry Washington. Kerry Washington is married to a brother, but every role she plays, she's with a white man. So right, but besides Django and yeah, exactly. So she was with the goddamn Thing in Fantastic Four. They made her get with a pile of bricks, a pile of orange bricks that was a white man under it, right? But it, you know, Esau is like, I don't give a damn who she marries. What vibration are we going to push through media that who she's with? That's the real thing. You see what I'm saying? Bizarre.
Anything is better than a Negro.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So a pile of orange bricks is better than a nigga. And apparently, the God out of one.
Just like I was telling you a few months back, just like when you go to see a new movie at the Regal. You feel me? This opening scene.
The opening scene is a black woman with a white man. They're using that a lot in media, a lot in advertising, a lot of stock photos. You'll see it. And when you see that, you know there's an agenda. There's no agenda with all one race in a picture. There's no agenda except possibly supremacy of that race. That's the only agenda that's there. But you know there's an agenda when you keep seeing. There are over 20 TV shows that show the black woman with the white man on the various networks. Right now, on TV, over 20. You've never heard about that many shows with the black man with the white woman. You've never heard of it. You've seen the black man with the white woman on TV on certain shows, but never over 20 shows in 1 year that have a reoccurring theme of black women with white men or black men with white women. You've never seen it. You're seeing that with the black woman and white man. Why? Because this is something they're pushing. Some sisters, they don't care. They're going to get with a brother. Some sisters, they're seeing what it is and they want it. The grass is greener, or they are what? What is the word? We went into it earlier.
Heritage.
Not heritage. Come on. The white man is their icon. They are conformed to the image of the beast. White supremacy. That's their golden standard. They want what the white man has. His recessive eyes, his recessive skin, his recessive hair. They want it. They want the prestige, the societal status, the money, and the ease that comes with it. They want it. Black men do it too. Hispanic do it too. Not everybody, not all of our people are doing it, but enough of our people are doing it for us to speak about it and speak out about it, and it's in the Bible. Right? So go ahead.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Children are their oppressors. Your life is ran by your children. You have to go and worship the devil and get your kids Christmas presents because you just the kids
they're gonna feel left out.
They're gonna feel left out.
Hey, just like that brother Chubby that was.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we're saying it. You're gonna feel left out. Give a good goddamn if my kids feel left out of worshiping Satan. Yeah, you're gonna feel left out. if you're gonna feel left out of anything, it's gonna be of worshiping the devil and not serving the Most High Yahweh. You're gonna be left out of everything that has anything to do with idolatry. You're left out of that. I don't care how you feel about it.
Right.
But you let your child rule you, so you worship the devil and compromise your God for your child. You're an idiot. Did Abraham teach you nothing? Go ahead.
And women rule over them.
And women rule over them because she has all the might in this society. She has 911. She has the court system. She has a better job than you. So she rules you. And you'll sleep outside of her house for 4 nights straight. Okay? And you'll throw away another woman who did nothing wrong to you for this woman.
Right.
Because this woman got you by your testicles. And as soon as you give in to her, now she doesn't have you by your testicles anymore. She's now taking your testicles and she's putting them in her purse and she walks around with your balls in her purse. And anytime you try to act like you have balls, she reminds you, here are your balls. You don't even have those. You see what I'm saying? And you sleeping outside her house begging her and praying to God that he puts this whore back in your life. You see what I'm saying? And she's nothing but a whore. She's probably at the club tonight. You're right. Our people are sick as hell, and women rule over them.
God.
Sad. Go ahead.
Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
They which lead thee, the women and the kids who have no business leading grown men, they're going to cause you to err. God. They're going to cause you to go and buy Christmas presents and worship Satan. Read.
And destroy the way of thy path.
Oh, destroy the way of thy path. We're supposed to be walking the path that the Most High God made for us in these laws, statutes, and commandments. They destroyed that. Now you're walking in the path of Satan.
God.
Because you have turned things upside down. And you have made the people you're supposed to lead become your leaders. You're a piece of garbage. And if you don't repent, you're going to see hellfire in this place.
That's right.
All praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh.